Melissa.
And I'm Megan, and we're bringing you 3 Stylin.
Today we're going to be talking about our top 3 favorite fashion fails.
And we will be talking about why they are fashion fails.
And just a disclaimer before we get started that these are just based off of our opinions, and everybody should wear whatever they want regardless of what we say.
And we will have a new segment called Fashion Talk.
In Fashion Talk, we're just going to be finding a random person and interview them based off their fashion look and what their views are on fashion.
Let's get started.
Hi, welcome to Fashion Talk. Today we're going to be interviewing a random person about fashion. Let's go find someone. Hi, sir. Can I ask you a few questions today about fashion?
Sure.
What's your name?
Well, my name's Ian.
That's really cool. And what would you consider your style?
Probably just like casual, comfy, whatever.
I love casual and comfy, as you can tell. Alright, and what are your thoughts about fashion? Do you like fashion?
I do. I just wish there was like some YouTube show that kind of talked more in depth about what they liked and what was good about fashion.
Well, that's really cool, because we actually are making a video series on YouTube about fashion called 3 Stylin. Check it out.
I sure will.
Yeah, thanks so much for interviewing with me today.
Yeah, thanks.
Starting with our third favorite fashion fail. Megan, what was your third favorite fashion fail?
Mine was Vanessa Hudgens from US Magazine, and she continues to find success in music theater. And what I think made it a fail is that her dress is kind of like shaped like a V, and it's like all over, and it's kind of a fail because it's kind of like all going everywhere, and it's not just a simple dress.
Yeah, I think what makes it a fail is just like the little hood in the back looks kind of weird, and it's like up at her shoulders, and it's like looks like it's kind of covering her too much.
Yeah, I agree.
So now for my third favorite choice, I decided to go with Bjork, which her dress was like a swan dress, and I think it's kind of a cool idea, but I think it turned out kind of bad. It looks like the swan is like trying to choke her, and I think she just shows like a random animal, and it doesn't seem like it has really any meaning or anything.
Yeah, I like that it's kind of big and fluffy, but it's kind of, I agree with you, it's kind of like, it's a unique dress, but it's like, I'm just like.
Yeah, I think it was a fun idea, but I don't think it was executed well.
Yes, I agree.
Alright, so now we're on to our second favorite fashion fails. Megan, what was your second favorite fashion fail?
My one was the pink dress with the plastic balls on it. It was like all down on her dress. What I didn't like about it is that there was like there's more than like 50 balls on there, and it kind of made it distracting. But that's what this dress is kind of about, because it's the fail looks in the dresses.
Personally, I completely disagree. I think it looks really cool with the balls on the dress, and I think they used the balls, but I don't think it ended up looking like they used a bunch of plastic balls. I think it just looks like a dress, and I think that's really cool.
Yes.
So for my second favorite fashion fail, I decided to go with this runway look, it's supposed to look like a zipper, which I think it's a really cool idea, and I like the colors of it, and the structure of it is really cool because it comes up like up here, and it looks like the person is coming out of the zipper, and I think that's really cool. But I think it just looks bizarre, and why would they choose a zipper? I think it's weird.
Yeah, I do agree with you. The zipper is kind of weird because it kind of goes right up by your like neck, and it kind of maybe looks like you might be choked. But it is a cool one, but I just think maybe that's not the way they wanted it.
Once again, I think it was a cool idea, but it was just done poorly.
Before we get to our number 1, here are some honorable mentions that didn't make the list.
Now for our number 1 favorite fashion fail. What was your number 1 favorite fashion fail?
Mine was the big plastic bubble kind of dress, and it was like a really big bubble around her, and it had like bubble arms, and it has a lot of stuff on it, so I think it's a really fail dress.
Yeah, see, I agree that it's definitely a fail, but I like the pattern of it. I think it's just the shape that really, takes away from it and it looks really weird.
Yeah.
I like the hat too, though.
Yeah, it's kind of pretty too, with like all the sparkles on it.
Yeah, the pattern is cool, and I like that it's a clear material, but it's really just the shape that really makes it look weird.
Yeah.
Now for my number one top favorite fashion fail, I chose, which it pains me to say this because of our last episode where we talked about Lady Gaga. Unfortunately, her Kermit dress, unfortunately, was my top favorite fashion fail. And I think it's a fashion fail because she just is covered in Kermit, like stuffed Kermits, and there's no design to it. And according to NewYorkDailyNews.com, she wore this on the set of a TV show in Germany. And I think it just was a fail because it was just randomly put together, and I think it looks weird.
Yeah, I agree, because it kind of just looks like she threw green or something all over her. It just doesn't look good.
Yeah, it looks like she just taped a bunch of
Greens.
green stuffed Kermits to her and called it a day.
I feel like she could have put a little more energy into it, of like doing a little better. Hi, we are back today with Aaliyah from Outcasting, and she's gonna explain her podcast.
Well, I talk about random topics sometimes. Like the first episode was about Easter eggs, second game was about a game overview, and for today's episode that I'm working on, I am talking about a game and the main characters that I mainly liked and how they came to be. That's what I'm talking about for this episode.
That's cool. What's your favorite kind of clothes to wear?
I guess casual, I guess, and kind of comfy.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for listening.
And make sure to tune into our next episode, and we're going to be talking about our top favorite child star red carpet looks.
And make sure to follow us on JHS High School and Creative Communications on Twitter, YouTube, and Spotify.